Located in their namesake Caribbean Sea, the various Caribbean islands are among the top tourist destinations in the world. But it can be hard figuring out which one would make the best vacation spot for you and your needs. So join ViewCation as we try to narrow down the absolute best Caribbean islands to visit. Sint Maarten. The island of Sint Maarten is divided into two territories, one owned by the French and one owned by the Dutch. Both territories have plenty to offer visiting tourists, and the island is considered to be one of the preeminent islands in the Caribbean to get a bite to eat. It's known for its unique cuisine, with one of the island's most popular dishes being a hot and spicy stew made of conch and dumplings. For adventurous travelers, one of the best things to do on the island is to climb Pic Paradis, which is located within the island's French territory. The French territory is referred to as the Collectivity of Sint Maarten, and Pic Paradis is the tallest amongst a group of notable hills located within it. Sint Maarten also has incredibly spectacular beaches. There's also an eco-adventure park called Rockland Estate, which is run by Rainforest Adventures. This eco-adventure park houses what is said to be the steepest zip line in the world. That's called the Flying Dutchman. Grenada. One thing that makes Grenada a unique Caribbean island is technically it's its own country. The country of Grenada consists of the main island we'll be talking about, as well as several smaller islands surrounding it. The island is known for its chocolate and nutmeg exportation. Besides their unique culture, the island offers everything you'd expect from a Caribbean island, including white sanded beaches and clear blue waters. St. Lucia. The island of St. Lucia is incredibly popular and stands as one of the preeminent tourist destinations in not only the Caribbean but the world. The island is strikingly beautiful. Some of its most awesome features are its two pitons. The pitons are two mountainous volcanic spires sticking out of the water near the island. They're named Gros Piton and Petit Piton respectively, with Gros being the bigger one. Both of these pitons are beautiful to look at. Other things you'll find on the island include dense jungles and beautiful white sanded beaches. These beaches are essentially par for the course when it comes to Caribbean islands, but the jungles of St. Lucia are something that stand out quite a bit more. Like Grenada, St. Lucia is technically its own country. Jamaica. Jamaica is another large island in the Caribbean that functions as its own country, and it's one of the more popular ones in the region. Jamaica's popularity comes with good reason, as the unique culture, great food, and beautiful scenery that can be found on the island country are things to behold. Some of the most impressive landmarks include the Negril 7-mile beach located within the town of Negril. There are other great beaches that can be found in Jamaica, including the relatively secluded and peaceful Treasure Beach, as well as the more popular and packed Montego Bay. Jamaica is also filled with staggering cliffs and dense jungles, all of which can be explored by tourists. Before we tell you more about the Caribbean islands you should visit, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to ViewCation if you haven't already. Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands aren't just one island. The Cayman Islands is the name given to a British territory that consists of 3 different islands, though they're generally lumped together as one for travel itinerary purposes. The Caymans are known for their beautiful beaches and clear blue waters. As a result of the Cayman Islands waters, which are exceptionally clear even by Caribbean standards, the group of islands is great for scuba diving. The waters around the islands are known for their exceptional wall dives, which allow you to dive incredibly deep into the water. Since the waters are so clear, you can see what you're doing even at a significant depth. Cozumel. Unlike any of the aforementioned islands, Cozumel is technically a part of Mexico. As such, the island is one of the more popular vacation destinations in the country and offers a perfect balance between Mexico and the Caribbean. Cozumel is known for its scuba diving, whereas the Cayman Islands attract scuba divers with their exceptionally clear waters and awesome wall dives. Cozumel attracts divers with its venerable Palancar Reef. The Palancar Reef is said to be the second biggest coral reef in the world. Cuba. The island of Cuba is absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best things to do for tourists include taking a stroll around the country's capital city of Havana. Strolling this beautiful city will make you feel like you've entered into a different place in time, as its various streets are filled to the brim with classic cars and striking pastel buildings as far as the eye can see. Curacao. Curacao is a Caribbean island owned entirely by the Dutch, and it's one of 3 islands grouped together under the moniker of the ABC Islands. Curacao would be the C, while A and B are Aruba and Bonaire. The island being a Dutch territory gives it a unique look and feel, and it's also one of the cooler islands in the Caribbean thanks to its trade winds. The island of Curacao is great any time of year. Aruba. Aruba is arguably more popular of a destination than its aforementioned cousin, but both seem to be a tad more popular than their middle cousin, Bonaire. Aruba is an island with many of the same advantages as Curacao, from its cool trade winds to its unique Dutch culture, but the white sanded beaches on Aruba are said to be a tad bit softer, and all of them are free. St. Kitts. Like Sint Maarten, St. Kitts is another of the more obscure islands located in the Caribbean Sea, which makes it another hidden gem. It's jointly owned by the Dutch and French. St. Kitts forms its own dual-island nation with the neighboring island of Nevis. Some of the many treats it has to offer visiting tourists include a trip to the top of Mount Liamwiga. It's a living volcano, though it hasn't erupted in what is estimated to be over 1,600 years. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is certainly one of the Caribbean's more popular islands. The popularity comes from the fact that the island is technically a part of the United States, which means tourists who are visiting the island from the country don't need to get a passport. Convenience isn't the only thing that makes Puerto Rico popular, with some of the island's other notable attributes being its spectacularly dense rainforests and unique culture. The culture of Puerto Rico has roots in Spain and Africa. Barbados. Finally, another notable island that belongs on this list is Barbados. It's its own country, and it's not even located in the Caribbean Sea. It's actually in the Atlantic Ocean, but it's still commonly lumped in with the rest of the Caribbean islands, and it's certainly one of the better ones thanks to its beautiful scenery. Perhaps the thing that makes Barbados stand out the most is its population of wild green monkeys. Now it's time to hear from you. Which one of these islands would you most like to visit? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to ViewCation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.